When you run a business where you talk about the flaws in the legal profession, people naturally start to ask, do I wish that I never became a lawyer in the first place? Well, the answer to that is no, and also yes. I'll explain. First, if you're new here, I'm Sarah Cottrell. I practiced law for 10 years, and now I help unhappy lawyers ditch their soul-sucking jobs. So, back to my first answer. No, I do not regret going to law school or becoming a lawyer. I met some amazing people in law school who I am friends with to this day. In fact, I met my husband in law school and we just celebrated our 14th wedding anniversary. I learned a ton, both in law school and in my 10 years in legal practice. I was exposed to a whole world that I knew very little about. I learned how to think critically, ask great questions, and structure an argument. In more ways than I can count, I am the person that I am today because I went to law school and became a lawyer. And the truth is, when I look back, I truly believe that I made the best decision that I could at the time with the information that I had and the resources that were available to me. You know the saying, you don't know what you don't know? Yes, it's a bit of a tautology, but it's also true. I can't look back on my early 20s self and fault her for not knowing what my now 38-year-old self knows. And so much of what I know now, including about myself, came through my experiences as a lawyer. But that brings me to my second answer. Yes, I regret going to law school and becoming a lawyer. Or more accurately, I regret that I wasn't able to see at the time that charting my own path was not as inconceivable or impossible as it seemed. I wish that I had had more of an imagination for what was possible. That's a big part of why I produce the Former Lawyer podcast, because I think sharing the stories of lawyers who have charted their own path helps us to develop an imagination for what could be possible for us. And like many lawyers, I have had to face the uncomfortable reality that a big driver in my decision to become a lawyer was because I thought it was impressive to other people. One of the things that I have learned in my own life and in my work with lawyers is that choosing to do or not do something because it is prestigious or based on what other people will think is a road to misery. So yes, I regret becoming a lawyer. And no, I don't regret becoming a lawyer. And yes, that is the most lawyerly answer ever. One thing I definitely don't regret, choosing to leave law behind. If you're struggling with the question of whether you should leave law and worried that even though you want to leave now, you may eventually regret it, you'll want to watch this video on your screen where I share my response to the question, what if I regret leaving the law? I'll see you in the next video.